Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I'm hopefully going to be fixing a wiring mistake I made when hooking up the ARB Twin Air Compressor using a product I purchased from Expedition Essentials. I'm Drew, and this is Evergreen Overland. On this channel, we help you outfit yourself for adventure through doing gear reviews, vehicle mod tutorials, and cooking tasty camp meals to share on the fire. In a previous video, I finally got around to mounting up my ARB air compressor, and where I chose to mount that up was actually in the bed of the truck. So I mounted it back here. I found a good spot for it out of the way where I could still reach it to air up my tires, and the one mistake I made is I hooked it up to my house battery. And I just think that it's too much of a draw on that battery for it to make sense. I think it's gonna work way better if I relocate the power coming into that twin air compressor to the front starting battery. But that, in the Tundra, probably about 10 feet. And the ARB twin air compressor only comes with a 6-foot wiring harness out of the gate. So I needed an option that was gonna go from back here to the front. And while I could have gone through the process of wiring up my own loom extension, I decided that it would probably be better to leave that to the professionals, and I looked into one from Expedition Essentials. They created this 17-foot wiring harness extension that utilizes ARB's exact specifications for all of the connection points to hook into the existing 6-foot wiring harness it comes with, and extends your capability out to as far as you could possibly want to throw this thing. They also step it up a notch by using a higher temp rated wiring for this unit, even compared to what the ARB already comes with. Right now I've got to dive into my cabinets, disconnect the air compressor, and figure out which direction I want to run this guy up the frame rails. All right, success. I was able to get out the 6-foot chunk of wiring harness that the ARB comes with. This is the part of the wiring harness that hooks up to your positive and negative in the battery terminal. It's got a couple of fuses in it. And then the weatherproof Anderson plug on the back here matches up identically to the one they use on the Expedition Essentials wiring harness. And then this guy here on the opposite end of the harness is what gets plugged into the back of the ARB air compressor. Make sure I don't cut any of the shrink tube. I should state that this unit can be purchased with or without the additional wiring to wire up some of the ARB solenoids to control your actuating front and rear lockers if you choose to. I chose to buy this thing with those because I know I'm gonna go that route in the future. What you see right here is the wiring looms for actuating 2 different solenoids. In the bed of the first gen Tundra, there's these little holes that are covered by rubberized pucks. You can cut into those and pass wires through them and then silicone them up so they don't leak. I passed all of my wires through on the passenger side, my original ones that go to my backup battery system. Okay, babe, I love you. Good night. The wife's going to bed. I'm working late tonight. I'm gonna pass this through the driver's side drainage hole in the bed and fish it along the frame rails up to the battery in front. It'll put me a little bit closer to the battery anyway, so we're gonna do that now. Got it. Or at least I think I did. There we have her. I'm just gonna slowly pull it and feed it through, making sure I'm not damaging any of that shrink wrap. Now I'm going to start the process of sending this forward. I'm going to be following some of the existing wires and lines. I will be securing this thing too all the way along the frame rail up into the engine bay, where I will connect it to the existing harness and connect that harness to the battery. Got it. All right, I'm gonna make my way to the back, plug in the air compressor to that side of the harness that's back there, and plug in the harness up here to this and wire it up to the battery to just run it, test it all out before I go through and secure everything safely with zip ties along the frame rails of the truck. Got that done in the back, that done in the front. All right, theoretically, once I connect these, they should fire up the compressor. There it is. All I really have to do now is secure all the wires with zip ties, button up the system where I unbolted my whole storage system, and make my final battery connection, and I'll be good to go. It's another day. I've got everything buttoned up in the back of the truck bed with the compressor and all the wiring that's located back there, and now I'm up front finishing up the final connections to the battery terminals. But my battery terminals are garbage. They don't make a very solid connection at all, so I am swapping them out for some SDHQ aluminum battery terminals with a whole bunch of connection ports that'll just make everything a more solid electrical connection. I'm gonna be shooting a separate video on installing these guys, along with a follow-up video to that where I clean up the whole electrical system, but for now, I'm just gonna fast forward until I'm ready to fire this baby up. Got these new terminals on here. They look great. They're real damn solid. I'm super happy with those. Make sure you check out that video if you're interested in it. And I'm pretty much ready to test this thing and make sure it's operating properly. And from there, I'll be good to use it as it's intended. Well, the lighting and angle is terrible, but if I flip this switch, air compressor fires up, fills up its reservoir just like it should, working properly. Everything's operating exactly how it should. That gives me a lot more peace of mind knowing I'm gonna be heading out on the trail in a week and I won't have to use my crappy little Vi-Air, not a nice Vi-Air, but a lower end Vi-Air to fill up my tires. It just makes me feel better knowing I can go down to really low pressures if I need to and not have to spend so long airing up all my tires off of that air compressor now that this bad boy is back in operation. I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you're looking for a way to relocate your twin air compressor into a safer place inside your vehicle, consider Expedition Essentials. They don't sponsor this video by any means. I know the company, they're a family-owned company, veteran-owned out of Washington State, and they're just really solid people. So go over there, give them some support if you're looking to do anything like this, and check out their other gear. I got a ton of other stuff from them, honestly, that I just love. They do some very innovative pieces of kit. You can check out links to those videos here. If you like this video, please hit the like button below. Hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified when I put out new videos. And you can check me out over on Instagram at Evergreen Overland, as well as I'm building out the site evergreenoverland.com. You can email me there, drew@evergreenoverland.com or evergreenoverland@gmail.com. Feel free to comment down below in the comment section. I love interacting with you guys. One thing I want to say is that someday very soon I'm going to be making a video for the face of the channel that kind of explains any promotions that are current or any kind of programs we have that we've developed in the future. I will change that video from time to time because you can't really change a video and re-upload it to YouTube with new information. So anything that is completely up to date will be over on the homepage of my YouTube channel where that video is located, and you can kind of just check it out there. I appreciate you guys watching so much. I love doing these things. I am not a professional. I'm just figuring it out as I go along, and I encourage you guys to do that and just gain the skills that it takes to work on your vehicles and modify your vehicles and all that comes with it. Super rewarding, super fulfilling. Just get out there and do it yourself. Have a good day.